So back with another food and fitness review. This time it is Martin Frickel's Sweet Treats. Martin's based out of Kendal. I've followed Martin for quite a while now on social media. I've known him as the sous chef at the Forest Side in Grasmere, which is an exceptional place to go and eat. Matilda's after that, and now Martin, over the past so many years, has done Martin Frickel's Sweet Treats, which he started in lockdown, and also he does some private dining in the Lake District. So if you're ever looking for private dining and want exceptional food, Martin's your man to go and speak to. When we started doing the food and fitness review, this is one of the places I knew we were just going to have to review and let more people hopefully know about it, because when I've had it previous, it's great. So we've had a selection from down in Carlisle's market today, where he has a stall there when they're on. We're going to try a selection today. We've picked 6 out, plus we've also picked a hazelnut truffle brownie Scotch egg to try on top of that as well. So we'll let you know what we think.
Expecting some big things. Jonny's spoke a lot about Martin Frickel and said that he was definitely someone whose products we had to try. He's very talented. So looking forward to this. Away we go.
Right. So first one on the list is a Black Forest chocolate brownie. Now you can see the bake on this is very, very good straight away. I think a lot of people have a tendency of over baking chocolate brownies and it gets more of a cakey texture. With this, it's got absolutely beautiful gloss to it. Wow, the flavour in that. Lovely goo that goes through it. Perfectly baked. You can see the teeth marks coming through it.
Yep.
Flavour coming from the cherries comes through beautifully. You can tell Martin uses good quality chocolate. Some people tend to skimp and use something cheaper, which shows when you're eating it. But no, that's really, really good.
That is pretty exceptional, I have to say. It's probably the best brownie I've ever had. I'm not going to lie. That is delicious. Wow.
Right, next up is a sticky toffee blondie. Now this looks, once again, I'm going to say perfectly baked, but to be honest, from what we've seen so far, the baking is on point throughout. Flavour's going to be very interesting to see.
It's hard to see on camera. I don't know if you'll be able to see properly, but like the glisten of the light off that blondie is just... Sorry, that blondie is just insane.
So we've got pieces of sticky toffee through this one. We've also got a bit of sticky toffee sauce drizzled across the top. So
I think we've got
try this one.
Got some sticky toffee in there, yeah.
The flavour that's coming through in that's beautiful. You pick up them little pieces of sticky toffee pudding. Caramel sauce comes through nice on top. There's a little bit of chocolate on top as well. And obviously the bake, like I say, the bake on the blondie is very, very good.
I think you've got like the dates in there as well. It seems like. I could be wrong, but you get that chewiness from them, which I think is possibly dates. So obviously that sticky toffee theme, yeah, again, incredible, brilliant.
I think we probably need a lie down after all. We've finished all these, but you know, it needs to be done. Right, next up on the list is a Biscoff Millionaire Brownie. Now, if you take a look at this, that looks exceptional. You have got a nice chocolate brownie fill. You've got a nice bit of Biscoff crumb on top, a nice little layer of chocolate, and you've also got a Biscoff and caramel fill in there as well. Once again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but perfectly baked once again. Now, to get on with the taste. Caramel and Biscoff flavour come through on that straight away. You've got that lovely rich chocolate from the brownie, complemented with the caramel and the Biscoff. Nice little texture, light texture of crumb on top of the Biscoff crumb on top of it.
The glaze as well.
Yeah,
the
really
glaze really, you know, it sort of jumps out at you at how lovely and shiny. Even the brownie itself, and then the caramel on top. You can tell it's got good quality chocolate in it. It just tastes indulgent. It's really, really nice, yeah.
All I'm saying, Martin, is we're on a roll here. Right, on to the next one. Caramel wafer brownie. Right, this has stroop waffles on, which is the caramel wafer side of things. There's extra caramel in there as well. Once again, I'm going to repeat myself. The bake is exceptional on the brownie. This is something that Martin does very, very consistently. And this is why, for me, it's been absolutely standout so far. So let's have a try of these and see what we think as well.
I wish I could show you the glaze on this better than I probably can on camera, but my word, just brilliant.
Once again, a great baked brownie. Lovely texture on the caramel, really, really indulgent. A nice little crunch coming from the stroop waffle on top of it. Yeah.
Really nice, that. And I think we were just saying, although these are quite indulgent cakes and brownie and blondie can be quite heavy, they don't seem like a heavy cake because of the way they're made. It's not it's not a labour eating them, is it? It's not hard work. They're just
very rich because they're nicely baked. They're sort of very indulgent to eat, but very nice and light.
Yeah.
Right. Next on the list, yes, we are still going. Like I say, there was half a dozen of the tray bakes, and to finish off with a chocolate brownie Scotch egg. So that's going to be an interesting one at the end, as I've never tried them off Martin yet. Next one is a cornflake caramel brownie. So you've got your perfectly cooked chocolate brownie. Yes, I am repeating myself. And then you've got a caramel cornflake, which, let's be honest, everybody thinks of that childhood memory of your caramel cornflake, little cups. I think perfect combination with your caramel, the texture of your cornflake and your chocolate brownie. Let's see what it tastes like.
And remember, folks, this is purely for scientific purposes. We're doing this for you. We're taking a hit for the team. Unbelievable.
Beautiful caramel flavour. Some people have a tendency of taking the caramels a little bit too far, so it's at the point of bitter. This is just, if I'm honest, absolute perfection. A beautifully baked brownie, lovely salty caramel flavour coming through, and then you've got the cornflake texture that sits really nicely with it.
I like the contrast of the crunchy cornflakes and, like you say, the salty caramel against the sort of soft, sweet, like sweetness of the chocolate brownie. Just brilliant flavours and brilliant baking. Honestly, unbelievable.
Right, so final tray bake, and then we've got the Scotch egg to finish after that. Yes, a chocolate brownish Scotch egg. So that's going to be interesting. This one, last one, is a rhubarb crumble blondie. Blondie, just like all the rest, has been perfectly baked, not braked. You've got a nice crunchy topping on there. Nice crunchy topping on there. And you've also got a lovely rhubarb jam in there. And I think you tend to obviously get a lot of chocolatey things, so it's nice to try something a little bit different as well, which Martin generally has a very nice selection there. So we'll have a try this one and see what we think.
And again, just that shine and glaze off the, it looks like a jam, I think, or whatever the filling is, and off the blondie itself, just incredible. And I can break that apart easy as you like. So yummy.
The flavour in that rhubarb jam compote is absolutely beautiful. Nice little texture coming off the crumble on the top. Like we say, the bake throughout has been exceptional. It shows, I'm saying, the quality, the balance of flavours that we've seen so far, the quality of the bake. It's obvious that Martin's a very person who's passionate about what he does, and it shows in his products.
If you're not already, I would honestly recommend give him a follow on Facebook and Instagram. Sweet Treats by Martin Frickel, and you can see exactly what he's up to. I think there'll be a link on there where you can order his cake boxes online, and he does various other bits and bobs. And honestly, for I think it was £20 for a box, was it?
£20 for a box of 6. You can also message him and choose what you want. I think it's about £4.25 delivery, but that is nationwide delivery. So if you want to be eating one of these, get onto Martin's page, and believe me, you won't be disappointed.
There's lots of people doing home delivery baked goods now. I think everyone's seen on Instagram, but honestly, this is top tier stuff. This is worth every penny. I would buy this any day of the week. So honestly, I implore you, just go and order yourself a box. At Sweet Treats by Martin Frickel. Go and give him a follow, and believe you and me, you will not be disappointed.
Here we are. Final one is the hazelnut truffle brownie Scotch egg. Yes, I did say that, a hazelnut truffle brownie Scotch egg.
Who doesn't
Obviously,
love a Scotch egg?
We've been through half a dozen tray bakes now. Flavours have been exceptional. Bake's been exceptional throughout, which if I had £1 for every time I've said the bake's been exceptional, we would be doing all right. But we'll get on and we'll have a little try of these. We have literally half these, and believe me, it's a good mouthful, half of them. So you've got a hazelnut truffle, like an egg, a chocolate egg in the centre. You've got your brownie coating on the outside, and then you've got a nice chocolatey crumb after that. So yeah,
and the crunch off this when Jonny was cutting into it before, just brilliant. Wow.
A cheeky, very indulgent treat, which I'm sure any kid that loves chocolate would be all over. There was also, what was the other one that was there? A Biscoff, was it?
Yeah, Biscoff
cream egg one. Martin also does deep dish cookies and a couple of other things, and one thing I did spot, which I spotted on his social media, is he's started doing his own granola as well, which could be a very, very interesting one, because Martin, there'll be some really nice flavours going on in there.
I think I would describe this as almost like a Ferrero Rocher on steroids. It's just absolutely phenomenal. The dark, sort of really rich chocolate really comes out in this. And then you've got the milk chocolate and I think that's hazelnuts in the middle, isn't it? Yeah, obviously. Yeah, just fantastic. Really, really amazing.
What I will say is, I don't know if you can catch this on the camera. I'll show you up close. I always say the perfect bake for me is when you bite into the brownie and you can see them teeth marks. But for me, biting through there, seeing them teeth marks, it just shows you the quality of the bake on these products. And yeah, blown away today, blown away. Like I say, I have personally had these previous. I know it's Paul's first time in indulging in these, and I have mentioned about them, and they lived up to every expectation that I've had previous times. The man's very consistent with what he does, and like I say, someone who's obviously very passionate of what he does because it shows in the products.
I think for me, exceeded my expectations. I mean, I've had some really lovely brownies, and been very impressed with some of the products I've had, but that is phenomenal. Worth every penny, honestly. If you're not already following him, go and give him a follow. Go and have a look on his site. And honestly, next time he's in Carlisle or local to Cumbria, at one of the markets or something like that, go and have a wander up to the stall, buy yourself one of the products, and you will absolutely not be disappointed. Really, really excellent cakes and bakes. Brilliant.
Right, at the end, as you know, what we will do now is we score individual products, the quality of what they were. We score 1 to 7. We don't score 1 to 10. So your 4 is the middle ground. When me and Paul first talked about doing the food reviews, and we said about doing the 1 to 7 system, I honestly thought that it'd give a struggle to give a 7. But what I can honestly say is I'm not even going to break it down and say this was this and this was that. I can honestly say 7 across the board for everything we've had today off Martin. I'm probably going to know about this later on because I don't know how many calories I've probably consumed eating them, but believe me,
Worth it.
they're worth it. Really good. Obviously,
Yeah.
your opinion?
Do you know what? I would wholeheartedly agree. I've never had the products before. Jonny, you know, made some big, bold statements about how good Martin's products were, and obviously, taste, you know, very subjective thing. Not everybody likes the same things. Not everybody thinks some products are as great as others, you know. But I can honestly say that they were the best blondies and brownies I've ever had, without a shadow of a doubt, in my 42 years on this planet. Absolutely exceptional. Kudos to you, Martin, because your products are phenomenal, and you should be, if you're not already, you should be nationwide, because the bar is set very high with those products. So 7 all day from me. Really, really chuffed to have got to try some of those products, and thanks for the recommendation, Jonny. I think
No problem. It was one of them I think we all always had to do. Like I say, I've tried Martin stuff previous, really, really always rated it. And to me, I think just by what we've ate there and we've just reviewed, I think when it comes to tray bakes, chocolate brownies and stuff like that, the bar's been set very high with Martin, and that's what everybody else or anybody else that we review now has got to aim for, you know what I mean? Not everybody's going to get up to that 7 mark because, believe me, there wasn't really anything we could fault with that. But they're top tier blondies and brownies. Really, really impressed. Like Paul said, get over to Martin's social media, Martin Frickel Sweet Treats. Give him a follow. If you don't believe me and think I'm exaggerating on this because I've said I've had Martin stuff previous, order some. Believe me, you will not be disappointed. Also, I said this earlier, Martin also does private dining. He does it in the Lake District area. Obviously, he's based out of Kendal, so if anybody was ever staying in the Lake District and wanted a private dining experience to remember, this is also something that I could highly recommend. I can't say I've had the private dining off Martin, but I have ate in previous restaurants that he's worked in, and I've seen his food when he's done the private dining, and what he does is exceptional.
Phenomenal stuff.